Welcome! It is Gauntlet of Greatness playoff time. I'm Randy Buehler, joined by Shadow Nutella. How are things, Shadow?
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. We have been working our way through the group stage. Big picture, we had 16 decks. We put them into groups of 4. We have 3 decks that were retired into the Hall of Fame. 2 good for Standard. We've whittled our 4 groups of 4 down to winners and runners-up, and here you go. This is our top 8 historical Standard decks. The decks on top of each pairing won their group. The decks on the bottom of each pairing were the number 2 seeds of their group. This week we are going to play the right-hand side of the bracket. So we're getting ready for Affinity versus Devotion. 2004 versus 2014. Just exactly the sort of clash of eras that is so much fun in this format. Here you get a look at the Black Devotion deck. This was the boogeyman in Standard sort of 18 months ago or so. Great Merchant of Athel sits on top of the curve and just drains all of their life. Desecration Demon is large. Nightveil Spectre has lots of black mana pips. And then the rest of it is card advantage and removal. You know, Downfall, Devour Flesh, Pack Rats are, you know, the 2-drop of choice, Bile Blights, and then Thoughtseize to sort of take whatever out of their hand. The sideboard is more removal, you know, and more hand destruction. I honestly don't know how this matchup's going to work. I mean, it's clear that the Black Devotion deck is the reactive deck, but does it have enough removal to actually keep up with Affinity? I don't know. I'm genuinely curious to see. I mean, obviously this Affinity deck is a whole bunch of artifacts, including artifact lands. This is this was all legal at one point in Standard. We do not have Skull Clamp. We have chosen the cranial plating version of Standard. Basically, Skull Clamp got banned right away when Darksteel came out, and then what was the next set? Fifth Dawn had cranial plating just sitting there kind of waiting to slot into the Affinity lists, and that's the version of Affinity we're going with. So you have your actual Affinity creatures and spells, you have a million artifacts, and then the real payoff cards are, of course, the Arcbound Ravager and the plating. Atog gives you a little extra payoff. And oh, by the way, don't forget, Disciple of the Vault has been banned in most formats forever. Like, you've never been able to play this card in Modern, but it is hella powerful when you're sacrificing your own stuff. You don't even necessarily have to attack for damage. You can just kind of brain them with Disciple of the Vault triggers. So maybe current Standard players may want to think Zulaport Cutthroat when they see this guy, except he's 1 mana, and your ways to sacrifice things are also super, super powerful. Anyway, that's the matchup. You ready for this, Shadow?
Yeah, my thought is why didn't I let Stasis win? This would have been a much easier matchup against Stasis with Affinity.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Chat has spoken, and they have decided I will be on the Devotion side of this matchup. So let me see.
You might as well put up the poll for next week. Oh, well, sorry. Yes, let's play. Let's make it happen.
Devotion. All right. Freeform match. Clock. All right. I am hosting a match for you in Constructed Getting Serious.
I am
Come fight
there.
me.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. See you on the other side.
Yeah. Good luck. Sorry. Mute. Lost the die roll. That can't be good. Wow. Yeah, this has got to be a keeper, right? It's a 2-drop, a 3-drop. I'm not going to do much better than this. I mean, the only 1-drops I actually have are the Thoughtseizes, and I don't even know if they're good in this matchup. They're probably decent on turn 1, but that's probably about it. He's got no 1. Fair enough. We want to sit here and play lands and stare at each other? I am okay with that. Yeah, the Standard version of this Affinity deck, it's not a bunch of zeros like the Modern version. I mean, it's more of a curve of, like, you know, 1-drop creatures. You don't get quite the explosive draws that you would get unless, of course, you count all these artifact lands as the Moxen that they kind of are. Alright, well, I can kill the Ravager. That seems exciting. Do I wait, I guess? There's no reason not to... There's no reason to give him the information that his Ravager's going to die. But I'm definitely going to Devour Flesh before any more creatures come into play, because I want... Oh, that's the reason I should have done it on my turn. I'm an idiot. I could have made him pay a mana for the Frogmite. Alright, my bad. Yeah, it was bad. I just gave him a free mana. I mean, it probably wouldn't have mattered, right? He pays 1 for the Chromatic Sphere, and now it's a free Frogmite anyway. So, yeah, it turns out not to matter. Okay. I can downfall the Mirror Enforcer. Or I can play a Nightveil Spectre, which is capable of blocking Frogmite. I'm kind of tempted to play Nightveil Spectre. Yeah, I think I want to play a Nightveil Spectre. I mean, I've survived his turn 4 without taking any damage. There's clear value in building up my board with Grey Merchants and whatnot. All right, now we've got an even scarier creature. Now I'm kind of happy I saved my removal spell. That's interesting. So, Bile Blight hits target creature and all other creatures with the same name. Now the thing is, he can save each of these by sacking 1 artifact. But I can also make him do that now when they're not getting pumped up. Alternately, if I do that, then I'm not... I can only do 1 spell this turn, is the bad news. I have 4 choices. It's not Underworld Connections. Interesting. I mean, Bile Blight on Atog is kind of hilarious. But all it's really going to do is get 2 lands. Like, if I Bile Blight Mirror Enforcer, I can eat it with a Nightveil Spectre. Huh. I don't know how I play this. I mean, he's almost out of gas. I just want to trade cards. I can definitely trade Downfall for Enforcer. Or I can trade Bile Blight for Enforcer. I can trade Bile Blight for 2 artifacts and some tempo. I guess if I hit Atog in the middle of combat, then him sacrificing an artifact gets it to 0... makes it a 0/1. And then the next artifact would kill a Nightveil Spectre. If I block first, I can do it as a response to him sacking. That's not bad. I think I just say go and have a blocker. I think I want to see how much damage I can cause with this Bile Blight in the middle of combat. Wow. Okay, that's annoying. So if I Bile Blight now, I save 2 damage, but I lose the surprise factor. But... yikes. I mean, I can also downfall. Oh, I can kill the Disciple. Oh, boy. Oh, why can't I not do 2 things this turn? His cards are so much cheaper than mine. God, his cards are so much cheaper than mine. Am I going to kill the Disciple is the question. I don't think I can afford to kill the Disciple. I mean, this makes it harder for him to attack. And he loses a couple permanents before sacking them starts to matter. Yeah. I mean, I haven't done the math. I don't want to chump block. Blocking an ATOG doesn't do anything because you can just funnel all the damage into the other ATOG. Yeah, this either works or it doesn't. I feel like I'm probably dead, but I'm not winning with a chump block. Need to get to Grey Merchant. Also, I do have these 2 untapped mana, which should make it a little nervous for him to just go all in. Right? I can easily have a terror effect of some kind, right? Fear my 2 swamps! Do not go all in. So am I taking 8 now? Or is this up to 10? We're up to 10. 12, 13. He has me for Xaxes. Yeah, he's going to go for it. If I had anything that I could cast for 2 mana, then... Wow, Xaxes. Yeah, I got nothing. Freakus Cure in. Doomblade in. Pithing Needle in. Lifebane Zombie? No. Don't think Duress. I don't think Thoughtseize is right. Drown in Sorrow might be. It hits ATOGs, it hits Disciples. Yeah, I think it's right. And then I get rid of, what, a couple Desecration Demons. Keep my Pack Rats, keep my Specters. Oh, I don't want go down an Underworld Connection. I mean, my path to victory is to sort of trade, survive, and then pull ahead, so I think I do something like this. I don't know if I want none of this hand destruction. The thing is, I can miss with a Duress. Thoughtseize is only going to be good on turn 1. Man, it's so mana efficient, though. Erebos is probably not where I want to be at, right? Connections is slow, but like if I stabilize the board, I need something. I mean, I've cut from 5 late game card advantage, move pull ahead cards down to 3. Maybe we'll try 2. With 2 Thoughtseizes? Sure. Alright, let's try this. Best 2 out of 3. So I gotta win 2 straight. Affinity is knocking on the door of the semifinals. The game felt kind of close, though. I mean, this is a bunch of removal. It's kind of what I want. Nothing to do on 1, though. This weird spot again where I can kill it before a counter would go on to something, but there's value in not giving him the information. He's not going to get a free Frogmite out of this, and I might actually want to Drown in Sorrow next turn, so I'm going to wait. If he plays a Ravager, I probably need to respond. But if he plays like, you know, Artifact Land, Chromatic Sphere, into Frogmite, then I can 2-for-1 him with Drown in Sorrow. Retriever. Hilarious. Well, that's just going to be annoyingly good. Probably drown these two next turn? Feel free to throw in a Frogmite. I'm going to take one and try to... I mean, the Retriever's just always going to get an extra card back, so... Yeah, I don't think I can afford to play Pack Rat games. Let's drown first. A 4-mana spell is not what I want. I want a land. I want to be able to do 2 2-mana removals. Yep. You get a free Mirror Retriever. Alright, now what you got? The Worker's back, sure. Came with a Frogmite, okay. And Disciple. So I can only do one thing. And it's not Nightveil Spectre. And it's probably not Underworld Connections. Man, I scratched to the bottom. I'm supposed to get paid off with a land there. I mean, the Disciple is one of these creatures I am the most scared of. Though I guess what I'm really the most scared of is whatever's wearing a Cranial Plating. If I let him untap, I'm going to take one from the Chromatic Sphere, but I can use my removal spell during combat. I think I'm willing to take that trade. Especially since I also get to threaten the block with Mutavault. Yeah. Stop it! Okay, Max punished. I get it. It's funny. But like I said, the fact that I've got Mutavault available as a potential blocker means he just can't attack with as much stuff. So he's willing to let me block an Arcbound Worker. I accept. Oh, hilarious. I can't Doomblade the Disciple. So I think I Devour Flesh here. Or I Doomblade. I mean, if I can Doomblade the Frogmite, maybe I just Doomblade the Frogmite. Which of those am I going to be happier to have later? If I Doomblade the Frogmite, then I can get the Disciple with my Devour Flesh. So let's do it that way. Disciple's dealt so much damage. Stupid Chromatic Spheres. Alright. 4 mana. I do think... So I can go Devour Flesh Pack Rat. Feels pretty good to me here. I could alternately go Bile Blight Pack Rat. I think I'd rather have the Bile Blight in my hand. Just go away before I take any more damage randomly. Now we have the dance of, am I just making a pack rat every turn? Am I trying to get Underworld connections going? I think I'm just making a pack rat. Oh, he's got a Blink Moth Nexus. Do I care? I mean, I think I only care if it picks up a Cranial Plating. But I will get to see that. Yeah, if that picks up a Cranial Plating, I will retroactively wish I had played a 5th land. Maybe I should have played a 5th land would also let me attack with Mutavault alongside my pack rat. Maybe I should have done that. It's all very annoying. Yep. At least I was correct to hold on to the Bile Blight. Yeah, I can't take 10. I'm just down a rat. It's all very sad. Another 2-mana removal spell. Alright. I'm playing a 5th land. And I'm going to sit here and stare across at Frogmite. So I can Freak his Cure and keep building rats. That seems like that kills him better. I mean, I could trade a rat for this, but I think this is better. Because it's kind of like making 2 rats this turn. Now, I think we're off to the races. He's got nothing with haste. Oh, Aether Vial effectively gives him a haste creature. So I do need to be a little careful. What does that mean? Well, but I can always make a rat. Like, he doesn't have, I don't think he has flyers. I think... Yeah, I think I can attack with all of this and then have the ability to make a rat to block should he come up with a surprise attacker. In fact, I may as well make the rat now. So I can hit it for 10. Alright, I got you next turn. He did not put a surprise creature into play. Which makes me think we got him. Sure, draw for 4 cards. What do I care? There's probably only 3 cards anyway. He's in jump block mode now, right? Oh, it's trade, sure. So how does this work? Gains life equal to toughness. So he gains 2 life, and then he loses how much? I can attack him for 4, 8, 12, 14. So that just works, right? Devour flesh to clear path. I fire up Mutavault. I don't make a rat this turn, but that's okay. Four, 8, 12. Yeah, 14. 14 works. And 12 would not have. Cool, cool. Now let's see if we can break serve. Because now we have to win on the draw, and that seems harder. Underworld Connections was not great, but I am down to 2 of them. I mean, what would I have instead? I would have like a Thoughtseize in that spot. I mean, Thoughtseize is worse on the draw. So I'm not in love with that plan. Yeah, I think I like the way I've got this. I think I like the way I've got this. I'll try it. Definitely tougher to win on the draw, but my deck should be a lot better configured now than it was in game 1. So what? This draw is not great. This is nothing on turn 1, nothing on turn 2, Drown in Sorrow on turn 3, which I don't even know if it's going to be good enough. I get 2 Gray Merchants for when I get to 5, but like, I guess I can also go turn 2 Pack Rat and just start making rats. Is that good enough? Do I keep this draw? Man, with getting a free scry, the cost of mulliganing is... What do you guys think? I mean, it is Pack Rat and 3 lands. That's hard to turn down. Maybe I just keep Pack Rat and 3 land. It's just weird. This like Pack Rat Drown in Sorrow is... He already mulliganed for whatever that's worth. Alright, I'm going to mulligan. I mean, this is... I guess this is what we were going for, right? We have a 2-mana removal spell now. So that's something. The rest of the hand is worse. Although, I mean, I get a scry, which is nice. Alright, we're both keeping 6. I do not want land number 5. On deck, spells please. Interesting. So I want to kill it main phase because I don't want him to have the affinity effect. If I point Pharika's Cure at it, he can actually go all in by going land, and I think that would make me happy because I'm extremely likely to get to kill it with a Devour Flesh next turn. So I'm going to offer him the option to sack 2 lands and keep his Ravager around. Pretty sure it would be a mistake for him to sack the lands, but I may as well give him the opportunity to make a mistake, right? And now I used the slightly harder to use, the removal spell that won't work on, say, a 4/4. Okay. Of course now he can activate Nexus and get the counter. So that's less than ideal, well, but that helps. Do I play Mutavault? Yes, I do play Mutavault. It means I can't activate Mutavault and then Bile Blight, but I can activate Mutavault and Devour Flesh, so let's get the Summoning Sickness portion of the festivities over with. Feels like it's going to be a tight game from here. Like, I don't have a lot, but I do have 22 life on turn 4. That's got to be good. But, yeah, what's he going to draw? He's paying costs. Is it an Enforcer? No, okay, Nexus. Okay. Oh, funny. He activated the Nexus so that I couldn't kill Ravager's response, which was pretty smart of him. It's possible I should have killed the Ravager then. If I Bile Blight the Ravager, he has the option to sacrifice 3 permanents. Huh. If I Devour Flesh, he's just going to lose the Nexus. That's not the right answer. I think I am supposed to Bile Blight Ravager's response. Possible I should have done this as a response to him activating the Nexus, but he had another mana. He could have responded by activating it again, which is the whole reason I didn't do it on my turn. He just always had this option. I mean, I guess I could have made him waste a mana. Okay, he's just going to settle for 1 counter on the Nexus, which I can live with. And now he's not going to have any mana on my turn, so I'm going to be able to Devour Flesh this Mirror Enforcer, which is kind of what I want to do. Wow, I even get to hit him for 2. Or have it put another Devour Flesh, which is probably even better. Yeah, I don't want Nexus to pick up a Cranial Plating, so I'm going to leave up Devour Flesh here. I would point out, by the way, this is a game where Underworld Connections would be great. I would be delighted to top deck an Underworld Connections. It's like, we're trading, I've preserved my life total, but I'm running out of stuff to do. Ah, great. This is exactly the scenario I was thinking about. Of course he's going to fire up Blinkmoth Nexus and pick up a Cranial Plating. And I have the answer. But that plating basically means I need to kill all his creatures, so again, Underworld Connections would be great deck. Devour Flesh. Well, I think I just run out of Grey Merchant. I mean, it gives me a 2/4 body, makes future Grey Merchants better, and it blocks. Like, it'll block a Frogmite, it'll block an Arcbound Worker. Great. I may wind up trading it for that Arcbound Worker, but we'll see what happens. Yup. You have an 8-1. I get it. That's nice. I mean, I can Devour Flesh the Worker. Well, there's nowhere for the counter to go. It's not like Devour Flesh is going to give me many options. Yeah. Let's do it. Get in there, Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Go Gadget 2-4. And a thing to give me something to do. Some card drawing. Are we actually going to win this game? I think we might actually win this game. I mean, I'm hellbent, but he's down to 1 card, and it's a second cranial plating, so he is out of gas, and we've got 4 power, and a removal spell, even better. He's only got like 4 turns, right? Mirror Retriever. Sure, what the hell? We have a Mirror Retriever. Why not? No artifacts, but it's a 1/1. Yeah, it doesn't look like he drew anything exciting. Two, 4, 6, 7, be it 10. Spectre finds an Atog. Can't exactly cast that one. What'd you find? Disciple I can't kill with Doomblade. I don't want this to be a Disciple. Okay, Ravager. Ravager's fine. Yeah, Disciple picking up Cranial Plating is... Oh, he's got 2 counters on Aether Vial. It couldn't be a Disciple anyway. Yeah, how about you don't have the ability to sacrifice anything? Yeah, Surprise Disciple is the problem. I mean, obviously now I can just leave Mirror Retriever back to block. Sacking doesn't do him any good here. He's got nothing to put the counters onto. It's possible I was supposed to kill the Ravager before his draw step. Yeah, I was probably supposed to kill the Ravager before his draw step, so he couldn't surprise me with an Aether Vialing in something to put counters on. Disciple's, of course, going to pick up a Cranial Plating. Or 2. 17-1, huh? It's very interesting. Alright. I'm totally fine with trading any of my creatures for Disciple. I also... I mean, I don't want to get hit by Disciple, but it's not lethal. So I think that means I attack for 6 and leave Retriever on defense. If he top decks a removal spell for Retriever, then he only hits me for 17. And he will, by definition, have used up the 1 card in his hand, so... And if he takes 4, then he's can't even chump block his way out of next turn. He needs to block this turn and only take 4, because I'll only have 5 power left. He buys himself another turn, I think. My turn. I have a Disciple of the Vault. Now, guess what happens when Mirror Retriever dies? That's funny. Down goes Affinity. We did it. Hi, Shadow. I don't know that I was expecting that result.
I was. Like, I thought that your removal was going to make me very sad. And your removal made me very, very sad.
Yeah, but your cards are so much cheaper than mine. Like, that first game is exactly what I was afraid was going to happen. Like, I've got a handful of removal spells, but, like, at 4 mana, I can only do one thing, and you're just like, creature, 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 creature. So, yeah, I was... Game 1 is how I thought I was going to lose. I mean, I thought the matchup was going to be interesting. You're right. I have a bunch of cheap removal, but... Yeah, it becomes a tempo.
Yeah, like, so, right, but you have a bunch of cheap removal, and I ultimately have to make a giant creature. Like, I thought it was super risky for me to go all in on the turn I went all in, but I just felt the game wasn't getting any better for me.
Look, my only play was kill something and hope he's afraid. And you had reason to be. I
was not only, like, I was afraid. Like, I was deathly afraid, but I was afraid of you getting more turns. So yeah. I just had to go all in and hope it all worked out. Like, you gave me a lot of options in that game to sacrifice a bunch of permanents to keep my dudes alive. And I'm like, if you're giving me that option, it can't be good for me. Like,
I wanted you to sack all your permanents. It was like, if he sacks 2 lands, I untap, I devour flesh him. Oh, it's going to be so good.
You had 3 Devourer Flesh. I didn't have a very good start. Like, I had a mulligan into a hand that had 2 Arcbound Ravagers, so I'm going to keep that. And then he just handled both of them in 2 consecutive turns.
Yeah, I mean, I mulliganed into a mediocre draw too, but my deck delivered mostly spells, for sure. Yeah, I had 4 lands. I had 4 lands in my opener. Top decked a land, but then I drew spells the rest of the game. So, that helped.
Excellent. Well, it was a good match.
It was a good match. Yeah, I think that probably is how that's supposed to go. But I mean, I think it's close because I think you can legit tempo me out. But if it goes long, I should crush you.
Yes. Like, I do have the ability, right? Like, with a really good draw to make things happen. But
you killed me turn 4 in the first game, right? Or maybe turn 5? I got 4 turns. I only got 4 turns.
Okay. Yeah, you had 4 mana.
Fair enough. Shall we play another?